Welcome to Critic Cup, a Fast Side production, and I'm your host, Uche Teresa Izuko. And today we have a special guest. Our special guest today is Alexandra Kitty, and Alexandra is an artist and an author of 8 lovely books, 4 of which are coming out this year. Yes, you heard me right, this year. The Art of Kinsugi and the dramatic moment of fate, the life of Sherlock Holmes in the theater, and the mind under siege. Alexandra was also a journalist who taught at various colleges over the years, teaching everything from communication, TV and film, public speaking, and different art forms. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Alexandra Kitty to the show.
Thank you for having me. Yeah,
Yay,
exciting.
I'm so excited too. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're happy to have you here with us today. And thank you so much for making out time from your busy schedule. I know how busy you are with 4 books coming. I can imagine the chaos going on.
But it's wonderful chaos. You won't ever hear me complain about it.
Sometimes some chaos are actually good chaos. So there's a good chaos and a bad chaos. So oh, that's wonderful. It's good to have you here today. All right. So you know what? 4 books are coming out this year. Honestly, I can't keep calm. Like, I feel like screaming my head off the roof right now. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations for that achievement. But we would like to know more about these 4 books and what's going on. Tell us more about the books coming this year. And yeah, I'm excited to hear.
Well, the first one that came out earlier this year was called The Mind Under Siege, Mechanisms of War Propaganda. And it's a guide to show you how not to give into prejudice and hatred, and to look with an open mind and an open heart. And that one was something that took me 30 years to write, because I was trying to find,
No.
yes, it took me 30 years, lots of research to see how do people become so hateful and so xenophobic, and how can we stop this even before it begins? So if somebody tries to put a hateful message out there, how we can all, regardless of what our personal identity is, saying, well, no, that's not right. I think you're trying to cause a group of people who are just living their lives and have families and hopes and dreams. I think you're just targeting them to get a gain from it, and none of us are going to allow this. So to embrace our world that's a mosaic. We are a mosaic, and we should be very proud that we're a mosaic. And this book reminds us that tolerance is the key to evolution. It's a key to progress, prosperity, even good fortune. I think a lot of times the world suffers bad fortune because we let prejudice and things like that. And it's just mean. Why be mean? That's why I believe in a positive outlook. I believe in having an open mind, getting to know people, connecting to people. And this book took me 30 years to be able to do it in such a way that, because people always have excuses, and me kind of finding all those excuses and saying, no, we are a tolerant people, we're a tolerant world, and let's cherish this mosaic. So that was the first that came out. I have one coming out in September called A New Approach to Journalism. And it's all about how we ensure that kind of tolerance and diversity gets put into everyday information, so that we don't, try to be prejudicial. We don't try to be hurtful, that we embrace people regardless of race, color, creed, socioeconomic status, and the like. Because I'm a big believer in tolerance and for progress. It's the key to prosperity.
Yes, it is.
And then I have 2 books coming in October. The first one's called The Dramatic Moment of Fate, the life of Sherlock Holmes in the theater, and the history of Sherlock Holmes in theater, and why since 2000 there's been an explosion of plays with Sherlock Holmes, all very different and popular, and why Sherlock Holmes is a modern man, why that character is so important to understanding how we understand different people, because we sometimes make judgments, and Sherlock Holmes never made judgments. He went to find out things about other people, and why this is a character that's worth embracing. And my final book coming at the end of October is The Art of Kinsugi, and it's all about the Japanese art of repairing broken vases, plates, by fusing them with gold. So broken is better than new. It's one of the very few art forms based in a philosophy, wabi-sabi, that scars in history are to be embraced. Flaws and imperfections are to be celebrated, not hidden. And that we don't dispose of something just because it broke. We can put it back together and have something even more beautiful and cherished than it was when it was new and whole.
Oh, wonderful. I actually, in fact, I love that book. You know why? Because I hardly dispose, like, I hardly throw something out. So if I can reuse something or try to fix it and make it new again, why not? You
I
know?
It shouldn't be disposable. I don't believe in disposing of the past.
Yep. Yep. Oh, that is wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. You've done really well with this. Thank you.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. All right. So, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself as an artist and how creative reuse has helped to give you that formidable formation as an author?
Well, I believe creative use kind of got for me when I started with Kintsugi, thinking about putting back broken things. And then I thought, well, there's other things, a lot of times people store things, they put it in a basement or an attic or garage, and they don't really, they think, well, this isn't good anymore. And it's perfectly fine. So what I like to do, go to thrift stores and the like, take a piece that speaks to me, different pieces, use it as a canvas, turn it into an art, like with alcohol ink or something, and then put different pieces together. So I might make a bird bath out of a vase and a patio table or a sundial. So I take different pieces and then rework it. So first of all, it doesn't look the same, and then I introduce different things that people have discarded and make something that's functional. You can do absolutely anything with old objects and turn it into something totally brand new. So it makes me not want to discard other people's ideas and views. I go, maybe I can repurpose it into something else and give it new life.
Yeah. You know what, Alex? After this video, I'm never buying new stuff. Like, although after this, no, you can never catch me in a shop buying anything new anymore. I need more classes. I need more information on this. Like, seriously, I have tons of things lying inside a cupboard in my house that I can actually remake. Goodness, that is so creative. That is so creative. This is exactly what the show is all about, helping people to relieve, to actually bring out those potentials, those capabilities that they never knew they had. But they have it, and if you have it, why not use it? Come on, let's do this.
Exactly. And now is the perfect time for it,
Yep. This is the perfect time. I mean, if something is going to save you time to go to the stores and look around new stuff, and when you can actually stay home and mend something that is a little bit broken or not very new. I mean, you never know. And these things actually kick in. By the time you start fixing something, you get another idea to do something else, and another idea. And before you know it, my friend, here we go. Oh, wonderful. That is so creative. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you. We're still on the show Critical of Fast Side Production. Today we have a special guest with us, Alex. Alex is an author of 8 lovely books and also an artist. Alex, you're still welcome to the show. Welcome. All right, so our next question here. Your style and approach of writing is very unique. Honestly, I love it. Okay. And you don't just write, you study about that thing and you test it out to experience it with research and scientific approach. So can you tell us a little bit more about all that? It sounds like, like a fantasy or something, but it's real. Like,
real. I admire, I'm not an actress. I've read about it, studied, and I love method acting where an actor has to get into the role by experience. And I thought there's a lot of potential in this kind of form that we can take. William Shakespeare said, all the world's the stage. So I thought, well, Why not? So to study different things, I began to do those things. For instance, with Kintsugi, I wrote a book, but I did it myself. What is the process that I have to go through from beginning to end? And and a more minor example would be Sherlock Holmes. I went to the theaters, I read the stories, I actually tried out to see if his methods of deduction actually could be done, and it was.
Yeah.
So when I go through this process, then I understand, and then I know I'm not perfect. So then I look at my own mistakes and say, okay, Alexandra, you did this right, but you really should have known better, and now you have to fix this problem, and then share your results to other people so nobody else makes those mistakes.
Exactly. And the spirit of research kicks in when you have a problem, you're not sure, and you know it's something that needs to be fixed. And you don't just straight away and say, oh well, whatever. You you try to research, you try to investigate more to know what is it that I need to do to fix this problem. I'm really, really inspired by all this right now, honestly. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Alex, for sharing. Let's go over to our next question. So I do like the concept of the journey, your journey, okay? It's like an adventure. I did call it a fantasy or something, or an escapade or something. Now tell us, what are your greatest fears, your challenges, your goals, your accomplishments?
I think the biggest worry and fear, which is also the biggest challenge, is that you become so overly focused on solving a problem that you forget people, you forget your sense of humor, you take things too seriously. And when you take things too seriously, you start to disconnect.
Yeah.
So I always try to remember, I'm not dealing with just a problem, I'm dealing with people, and I'm dealing with me and my own feelings. And sometimes you can get way too ahead of yourself, and you have to always remember the bottom line is this is a world with people, this is a world with human life, and you always, that has to be at the heart of everything. Even if you're using an analytical side of you to solve the problem, you can never forget the emotion. My proudest achievement was that I could do this, and still, you see the failings of us as a society, but you still respect that society, you cherish it, you root for it, you want to see it improve and grow, and that people don't get held back or worse, fall through the cracks. And I think one of the most rewarding things about being a writer or a communicator in general, that you can have truly positive mindset and information to give to people so that they don't get afraid, bogged down. And I think the more positive news we have now, and this time in 2020, I think the better people can just say, you know what? This was bad. Let's write this off and let's start again, much happier this time.
Yeah, let's start all over again. And I always say, as human beings, we all need one another, okay? And there's always something new to learn from someone every day, each day. We're not an island. We need one another to be better, to be strong, to be brave, to be courageous, to do certain things, and almost all things. So it's really good here when some kind of relationship, human relationship comes in. Like I said, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, we're all in this together. Okay, so the better we understand that and do things collectively together, the better for everyone,
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing this. All right, we're still on the show Critic Cup, a Fast production, and this is our call out session on creativity and you. Today, we have a special guest, Alexandra Kitty. Alexandra is an author of 8 lovely books. Alex, you're still welcome to the show. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. All right, so let's go over to our next question here. So tell us, how do you feel about where you are right now in terms of what you have achieved? And how was life as a journalist and an academia as well? And how has this helped you to discover your passion, who you are, and what you have become?
I am at where I kind of finished, I would say, a book of my life. When my my 4 books came out, I figured this took me basically 30 years to do, from research and taking my time and, going through the motions, testing, experimenting. And then I said, okay, I've done this.
Yeah.
Now, what now? You have to try to give yourself a new goal. So how do I take my expertise into something that is applied? So we have the books, which are more than theory. So my next step is to, how do we, I show this to other people so that we, get to another point where we can move forward in a positive. I would still write.
Yeah.
I still have, you don't know everything. There's
exactly.
lots of things to learn, right? So
yeah.
So that's where I am now, saying, okay, what's act 2? I say, I always like starting again. It's a fresh perspective. You challenge yourself. I always believe in challenging yourself, not staying in the same place that you were a few years ago, because you're a better person.
Exactly.
You're smarter, you're wiser, you have more experience. There's always things slumbering in you.
There's always something to try, right?
I have to wake up more parts.
We need to keep that imagination alive. Like, what is it that I need to do today? Okay, fix a broken shoe. Yeah, that's good. That is very good. Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you. All right. So tell us, what are your next big steps? Okay, where are all of these taking you to next? Where do you see yourself excelling into from here?
I probably would like to write more books, because that's what I do best.
Yay!
I'm 47. I still have years ahead of me, so
exactly.
Why
not use it?
Exactly. It. I don't want to waste it.
Yeah, I'm sure you must have like a schedule of things I need to do, things I need to fix.
Well, that's a big long list.
Oh my God. Yeah, that is so good. That is so good to hear.
That's nice and clean. Usually they're full of paint and ink. I mean, to fix things, it's like, have to get your hands dirty.
Exactly. So and you know what? Getting your hands dirty is fun, It's fun sometimes. And you never know. Sometimes you just put this, put that, and boom, there we go. You have something artistic. You have something unique. You have something special. And suddenly it begins to connect with you. It begins to speak to you. Being an author and an artist, that will help to trigger your creative imagination.
Well, art is so important. I believe in art because it's a way you can express yourself emotionally.
Exactly.
Things that you can't put in words, you can put in art.
Wonderful. That is so good. Thank you. We're still on the show Critica for Fast Side Production, and this is our call out session on creativity and you. And today we have a super duper special guest, Alexandra Kitty. Alexandra is an author of 8 lovely books and an artist. And for more videos like this, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. And Alex, you're still welcome to the show. Yay! All right. Okay, let's go over to our next question here. So I'm sure a lot of people out there are eager to know more about what you do. How can we reach out to you for collaborations or partnership? We're all interested in getting to know the way you write, your artistic, and all those fun stuff going on with you. So I'm sure you must have a social media platform and how we can actually buy your books, because I really want those books. Like
my website is alexandrakitty.com. So that's sort of the hub where all my social media, so you can contact me through Facebook, Twitter, Elo, Instagram. So all the mainstays and some of the smaller ones like Mix as well. I have a YouTube channel, so you can contact me through there. And Amazon carries all of my books, so all 8 of them. So some of them are for pre-order, some of them are available now. So I'm very accessible. So, and I have, as I said, I have a website, I have email, I have Facebook, which is public, I have Twitter, which is public. So I'm approachable.
Yay! So we can find you anywhere, any day, anytime. Yes. Oh, that is so good. That is so good to hear. And trust me, we will be coming after those books. Yep. Especially the one that teaches me how to fix things. Like I need to start fixing things. Like after today, you won't see me in the you won't see me in the shops looking at new clothes or new shoes. Actually, I have lots of shoes I need to fix. So I'll probably start with the shoes. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing and thank you so much for coming to the show. And before we go, there is something I would love to do here. So it's just a game. It's just for fun and just for laughs. Okay. All right. So pretend you bought a lottery ticket and you won the lottery. And the lottery prize is breaking into a bookstore.
Uh-oh.
I know. Oh god. Yeah, so you have to break into a bookstore and pick two of your favorite books. Two. Okay. And you have 1 minute to actually take or steal or whatever you got to do. Just based on your style of writing, tell us which book aisle would you head to first? Okay.
Okay, well, first I would go to the nonfiction and I would be
Okay.
looking for a book on, let's say, psychology. What is the latest theories on psychology and how can I make use of it? And then the second would be at the art section, seeing if there's a new art form I haven't gotten a hold of that I don't know about that I really want to learn. So I would be taking stuff that's psych-based and art-based.
Oh, there we go. Good job. Good job. I was expecting you to say that. If you had told me, I'll probably head to the romance of like Alex. Alex. No. No. Oh my goodness, that's good. That is so good. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming to the show. And we will be looking out for your books and we will be on Amazon. And if we need to contact you, we will be on your social media handles as well. So thank you so much for coming to the show. And I'm really inspired by all that you have shared today. And trust me, I'm a new person now after this video.
And thank you for having me. This was so enjoyable. This was so much fun.
Oh, thank you so much for coming to the show, Alex. And you enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
You too.